Good morning, everybody. I'm going to be reading the book The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. I love Eric Carle. He has such wonderful illustrations and things that how he made his pictures. All right, so let's read The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle because we're learning how to grow flowers this week. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? Okay, so autumn's in the fall. Right now we're in the spring. So this is later on in the fall. The seeds fly through the air. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Oh my, do you see that? Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. So there's a little tiny seed. Do you see it? Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. Do you see? There's our little tiny seed. One seed drifts down into the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Do you see? Ooh, the desert can't really grow either there because it's a little too hot. But cactus can grow. Do you see that? If anybody's ever seen a cactus, it has sharp little pinprick things that grow on it that help protect it from predators that might want to try to peck at it. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. See our tiny little seed right there? Yep, so the bird doesn't see that seed. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. So do you see our tiny little seed? The mouse doesn't see that one. Now it is spring. That's what we're in. We're in spring. After a few months, the snow is melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by. The sun shines. Rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full that they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big, fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and rain away from one of the small new plants, and that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry, but finally it too starts to grow into a plant. So I'm not sure. Let's see where that little seed is. I'm not sure where it shows, but there's the little plants that are growing. I think the little tiny seed is this one maybe, right here. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along, and he breaks one. He stepped on it, didn't he? Now it cannot grow anymore. You got to be really careful when we plant our plants not to step on them when you plant them outside. The tiny plant that grew from tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves and the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. Oh, and the tiny seed doesn't have anything yet, does it? But what's that? Is that a hand? What do you think that hand is doing? Find out. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. Did that person pick the flower? I think it did. A boy has picked a flower to give to a friend. Oh, it is so nice to receive flowers. So he picked the flower for her. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves and it grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses, and now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. Wow, do you see how big that tiny little seed got? Oh my goodness. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Oh, look at how pretty. Aww. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop off from the giant flower, and they sail along the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. You see how it's losing its petals? That's what happens in the fall. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. So that's how our tiny seed got started, isn't it? And that's the end. So that's how our little tiny seed started. It started as a seed in the fall and went flying through the air and landed and started to grow. So hopefully that's what we'll get to do on Friday, is start our little flowers and see how they grow. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed the book. All right, have a good day.